Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, look at this picture right now and realize that it's not my intention to bully or harass people online. I'm just a sassy gay twink, and you know how we do. We're like black holes. We just literally do anything that we want, and we just speak our minds, and there's no stopping us. But anyways, that being said, subscribe if you're interested in my personality. And that being said, I'm gonna fucking talk about Ryland Adams really fast. I'm sorry that I'm talking a lot. I'm just really frustrated now because like if you watch my previous video, I'm still really upset about that. But I'm gonna stay positive and keep going with my YouTube channel because you know I am a devoted Shane Dawson, Ryland Adams fan, and I've been making videos about them for like a very long time. And you know, just because I got into some YouTube drama doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop whatever I'm doing. Like I'm gonna continue to do what I do, and that's why like I always compare myself with a black hole. That's why my intro is a black hole. That's why my username right now is psychic gay boy black hole or something like that. I don't know. I just changed it and it's really confusing, but I like it and I'm happy with it. So that being said, subscribe. So I am going to be talking about this vlog that he did really fast, and I'm not going to talk too long because, you know, even though the vlog that he did was like 31 minutes long, I'm still going to, I'm just still going to like just talk about it because like, okay, let me just fucking start off with saying that he actually did a really fun vlog because even though it was like 31 minutes long, the first like half of it was just him staying at home. And you guys know my opinion on Ryland Adams when he just stays home. Like, it's just like boring. Like when he and Shane Dawson stay home and they just talk about like their workout and just boring stuff, it's just really boring. That's why like I don't watch their podcast. Like Ryland Adams has a podcast, Shane Dawson has a podcast, and each podcast that they do is like 3 hours long, and they do it like once every like 3 days it seems, and it's just really boring because they're just sitting at home and the stuff that they talk about is just like really boring. That's what I mean when I say that it's just really boring. But then when Ryland Adams goes out, and remember the reason why I subscribe to Ryland Adams is because his username on YouTube is Ryland Vlogs. So obviously I like seeing him go out and vlog. That's why I subscribe to him. So when he's like staying home and doing nothing, or on his podcast talking about boring stuff, I don't want to see that, and I don't see that. Like I refuse. As much as I love Ryland Adams, I just can't. I can't just spend time out of my busy life just to, you know, hear someone sit down on their couch in their garage and just talk about like nothing. I'm sorry. I'd rather see you go out and just have fun. So the first half, like I said, was just really boring. They were just staying at home. They were like kind of like arguing with each other. Like, I don't know, like Shane and Ryland Adams, this whole video was kind of like dark because you can kind of see that like they kind of have like beef with, I don't even know. But you know how married couples are, like at first, like everything is fine and dandy when you first get married, and then after like years goes by, you know, they start to get on people's nerves. And you can tell that Ryland and Shane are getting on each other's nerves. And I will talk about that later on in the video. I don't want to just get too dark really fast. I want to stick with the positive because I really do love Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams. So that being said, they at the end, like, so the first 15 minutes, like, was just them being at home, being boring. But then the later on vlog, the last 15 minutes was actually really fucking fun. Like, I'm talking about really fucking fun. This is why I watch Ryland's vlogs. It's because when they went out and they did a lot of stuff. So the first stop that they went to was this like gas station, and I know it sounds boring, but listen, Shane and Ryland, they have a thing for gas stations. They love going to like gas stations and seeing all the convenience store snacks, and I get it, like it's fun. Like who doesn't love going to a gas station and buying a bunch of snacks and then like trying a bunch of snacks in your car? Like that's amazing. I'm not judging at all. I love that. So they went to like this weird ass gas station, and it was like really there's basically, it was just a typical like small shack gas station. Like it wasn't a big like gas station like 7-Eleven or anything like that. It was just like a random like Mexican gas station that had like no foods, and yeah, they didn't like it, so they just like left. And then they went to like a bowling alley, which actually was really fun. And this is the part where I just kind of got cringed out because like when Shane and Ryland were bowling and doing their own thing, just like seeing their interaction in the bowling alley, like it just, you can tell that they have issues with each other. You can tell that they have marital issues going on, and I don't like seeing that. I just like seeing people happy. As I drink some water, hold on. Yeah, so it's just like it made me sad, honestly, seeing Ryland and Shane just like, kind of give each other eye and just like you can tell they have marital problems. Let's just put it that way, and that just makes me sad. But regardless, they did have fun at the bowling alley, and apparently they've been going to the bowling alley for a while now because they really love bowling. It's kind of like a new thing for them, and so like freaking the last part was the funnest part, and this was they went to like this arcade. I wasn't sure if this arcade was complete different arcade or was it connected to the bowling alley, because they didn't really show like them traveling to the arcade. It was just like teleporting from the bowling alley to like the arcades. They didn't vlog themselves going to the arcade. So but it looked like the arcade was like connected with the bowling alley. I'm not sure, but whatever. So the arcade, even though like they had a lot of fun, Shane was playing a bunch of these games. It wasn't a casino; it was an arcade, and like a kids arcade, and that's fine if a grown adult want to play at the kids arcade. You know how like there's Dave and Buster's like arcades for adults. That's what it is, and I don't judge. Like fuck it, like I would do that too. So Ryland Adams and Shane Dawson, they just played a bunch of like arcade games, and apparently Shane was spending so much money on like arcade games and Ryland was getting pissed off. And it's just like funny because like Ryland Adams is like the younger one. He's like the twink, like me. Like he is like I think 3 or 4 years younger than Shane. And Shane is like, a grown man. And Ryland Adams acts like he's the mom. It's like, and Shane will act like he's a baby. He'll do like this baby voice and he'll be like, no, let me play more. And then Ryland's like, no, we spent so much money on it. We gotta go. It's just so funny because Ryland Adams is literally like the twink. He's literally half of Shane's size and like he's like the mom. And Shane just listens to it. It's just, bro, if I have a fucking relationship like that, if I find a guy like Shane Dawson, that would be my dream, honestly, because I would want to be like Ryland Adams. Like, I don't like when guys take control of relationships. I think that it's so much better if like the twink or the feminine person takes control, because you know how like there's a thing called toxic masculinity, and that's what a lot of straight guys have. So, and nobody likes that. So if I were to have like a partner, of course I would want him to be masculine and be able to defend me. But I don't want him to be like Andrew Tate, where it's just stupid and he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about and it's embarrassing. Like I want someone like Shane Dawson who just respects me. So that being said, that's basically it for the end of this video. I don't have nothing else to say. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I will say though that like there was this one part of the vlog where, and this is why I said in the very beginning that like Shane and Ryland, you can tell that they're going through some marital issues, because like freaking Shane made this comment about like how Ryland Adams is just like his mom, and it was kind of like a dig because everybody knows like Ryland Adams' mom is like a total Karen. Her name is Vicky, and she's one of those people who thinks that she can do anything that she wants. Like she'll be nosy, she'll start drama for no reason. And I'm not calling all elderly white women Karen, because if you look at Shane Dawson's mom, Teresa, she is the same age as Vicky, but she doesn't do what Vicky does. She doesn't like nosy in on Shane and Ryland's business. She doesn't start drama. She'll literally let them do their own thing, give them space, and she'll appear in videos here and now, and she's just like super happy every time she's in a video. And with Vicky, Ryland Adams' mom, she's the complete opposite. She's like the true definition of a Karen, because Vicky will just literally poke her business. Like she thinks that everything that Ryland and Shane does like is her business because Ryland is her son. And then she'll be like, well, he's my son, I can do whatever I want. But you look at Teresa, and Teresa doesn't do that with Shane. So Vicky is just so annoying, and she's just not a good person. And Ryland Adams always defends her because that's his mom. And I guess Shane is getting sick and tired because he's saying like, oh, he's just like his mom. And I have to agree. Like I see that side of Ryland Adams that I don't like. It's like, bro, like just tell your mom to like, you know, mind her own business. It's not hard. Just because she's your mom doesn't mean that she should be able to do anything she wants and involve her business with Shane and like steal Shane's freaking coffee mate and stuff like that. Like, bro, it's just so annoying. I'm sorry. If I'm sounding rude to Ryland Adams, if he's listening to this right now, I think that he actually does listen to my videos because he does seem very upset whenever someone talks about his mom. Because when Shane Dawson mentioned his mom, you can tell that Ryland Adams was like getting upset. And it's like, bro, like he's just telling the truth. Shane Dawson knows that your mom is like a nosy Karen and she needs to back off, okay? And I'm sorry, it's just... And Ryland Adams, like, he just surrounds himself with like yes man because Lizzie is clearly just using Ryland Adams for fame. I do like Chris, don't get me wrong, but of course Chris is like a yes man as well. He's just like sucking up to Ryland Adams because Ryland Adams pays him. He's the boss. And they all suck up to Ryland Adams and they're like, oh my God, your mom should stay. Your mom should stay. Because every time his mom visits, like once every fucking week, it seems like you can tell Shane Dawson gets annoyed because his mom doesn't do that. But like with Ryland Adams, he doesn't get annoyed because he's just has a thing where he always wants to defend his mom. And it's like, bro, like, you know that your mom's being a Karen. Why are you defending her? Like, that's the only thing I don't like about Ryland Adams, okay? So that being said, yeah, it's just so weird, bro, because, like, Ryland Adams even made a statement in the vlog. He was saying that, like, he wanted to bring all of his family members, including Morgan and his dad and his brother in California where he lives and spend as much time as possible and make it like a family vacation type of thing. But it's like, bro, you already brought your family like over 20 billion times, like in the past like year. Like, just give Shane the respect that he needs because Shane is the reason why you're famous, Ryland Adams. You didn't become famous on your own. You did it because of Shane. And Shane helped your career out. He helped your sister's career out. Like, he is like an angel, even though like he's done a lot of weird things in the past. You got to admit that Shane Dawson is the reason why Ryland Adams is so successful, including his sister, you know, and even Garrett's. Anybody that's close with like Shane Dawson, he's like the golden child. Like, he will... If you're friends with Shane Dawson, you're going to get a fucking YouTube contract. Like, even Sandy, like his brother's girlfriend, she made a YouTube channel like earlier this year. It's like a vlog channel. And like, even she's getting like hundreds and thousands of views now, and some of her videos even go trending on fucking YouTube main page. And it's like, be thankful, Ryland Adams. Like, bro, I just really feel bad for Shane because Shane has to deal with like Ryland's like nosy ass like Karen family. It's just so weird. That's all I gotta say. And Shane Dawson, I love you. And it's just like the thing about Shane Dawson is like, some days he's like, or some videos, he's so fucking cool. It's like you want to be his friend, you know? But then there's other videos where he just says comments and racist comments, like blackface back in the day. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, he did make this comment and he stopped himself because when they're at the gas station, you know, Ryland Adams was asking the clerk, who apparently didn't speak English that well. I think he was like Spanish or Indian or something. And because like there was a sign in front of the convenience store like that you can buy like this meatball sandwich or whatever, and it looked really fucking good. So Ryland Adams wanted to buy it. He was asking the clerk if he could buy it, and the clerk was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Then Shane Dawson, as soon as they left the store, Shane was like shitting on the guy, and he was like, well, you know, the picture is right here. How do you not know what you're talking about? Like, and he was like mimicking his voice accent, and then Shane Dawson stopped himself. You can tell that like he's like, oh shit, I'm not gonna be fucking racist, I'm gonna fucking stop. And I actually might put a clip at the end of the video so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what I mean when I say like Shane Dawson, just like, he's so fucking cool, but then there's sometimes where he just says like racist stuff, and then he just like, it's good that he's fucking listening and learning now, but it's like, bro, like, just don't think about being racist. It's not hard. Like, everybody knows racism is not cool. But anyways, bro, it's just like, that's all I gotta say. I'm sorry if I'm like sounding rude. I'm just, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm a blunt and honest twink. It is what it is. So subscribe if you believe in me, if you are a Shane Dawson, Ryland Adams fan. And if you want to talk about like, if you want me to talk about anything like Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams, like if, like Garrett Watts, everybody's still talking about Garrett Watts these days, and even though he's not as popular as he was before, people are still talking about him. So if you want me to make videos about Garrett Watts, I will. Like, I've been watching Shane Dawson, Ryland Adams for like over like 7 years. So of course, like, I'm gonna share my opinion now that I have a platform on YouTube. You know, so if you're a Shane Dawson fan, Ryland Adams fan, you know, if you want me, just pray that I become friends with them in real life so I can entertain you guys, because I know you guys love hearing my opinion about them because it gets a lot of fucking views. Anyways, like, every time I talk about them on my YouTube channel, it gets a lot of views. So subscribe if you believe me, and I love you guys so much. Peace out.
Fuck out of here.
If they have Dole Whip, then this mission is saved.
I don't think they do.
Oh.
Daddy, I'm scared.
This menu doesn't look bad though.
Maybe we're just here on a bad day. Maybe like
It's a Sunday.
maybe on a weekday it's popping in here. Music's bumping, Mexican food's going, like
You know what I see? A Mickey Mouse plushie. Oh my god, it used to be a Subway.
we gotta go. There was a very large fake sandwich that had been there for years. I don't know.
Zero pumps.
I feel bad because what if they're nice?
He was perfectly nice.
He was lost. He didn't know where he was. He asked if they had Dole Whip and he goes, what? Like, you have a sign that says, okay, let's go.